I am T-Pain. So I don't know if you know auto-tune is this music processing effect that they apply to pop singers, Taylor Swift and Britney Spears. It was made famous by Cher with her big hit, "Do You Believe in Love After Love?" You know that song? It's kind of clicky. That's what happens when you turn auto-tune up all the way, right? So T-Pain is this rapper who does that on all his songs. That's his gimmick. And so Gil Wang wrote an auto-tune app for iPhone. So you sing into it and you hear yourself auto-tune. And it's become this huge cultural phenomenon. Here's a clip from Jimmy Kimmel Live where T-Pain is applying this auto-tune app to like people on TV.
So, Mr. President, what would your health plan do for America?
It provides health insurance to people who don't have it.
Well, that sounds good, Mr. President, but tell you what, it could sound a whole lot better. Amen.
Basically, we got 80% agreement.
We got 80% agreement.
47 million Americans don't have any health insurance at all.
Health insurance.
I'm not the first president to take up this cause, but I am determined to be the last.
Determined to be the last.
Doctors, patients, hospitals, wasting
Your money.
healthcare,
Medicare.
pharmaceutical industry, diabetes, foot amputation. God bless you. May God bless
So I just love how this works. So an underpaid music professor in California writes an app in his spare time, becomes a millionaire, starts a trend, he makes a guy into a pop star, a rap star, influences late night television, and here I am showing it to you. It's like this huge ripple effect. The next big wave, I think, for these apps, again, something you could never do on laptops, is augmented reality. So that's where you superimpose internet graphics on the video, because this is from the London Tube. You point it at the ground, it shows you what subways are under your feet. You hold it up this way, and it shows you which way to the station. So it's using GPS and tilt sensor combined with the internet connection to overlay information. This is a real app, Twitter app. You point it at the buildings around you, it shows you who's tweeting from that room. And you tap someone and it says what they're saying. This thing, I gather, uses facial recognition and matches it up with your address book and shows you his social media details right there, like that. And so I'm really encouraged by this development. I'm colorblind, have been since I was born. Don't tell anyone that I'm the New York Times' chief camera reviewer, okay? But color blindness, it was always a problem for me dressing, especially in high school where people would make fun of me for wearing mismatched colors. What I always wanted was some gadget that would tell me by name what color this item of clothing was. That's what I really wanted. And that is exactly what this app does. It's called Retina, it's $1. Point it at your clothes, it names the color for you. So, totally awesome. I think that the sky's the limit. I made this up, but you can easily see it coming through. My kid's such a good sport. He was willing to take the virus for my video. I'm talking about the iPhone, but of course it's not just the iPhone. It's Android, it's Palm 3, it's Windows Phone 7, it's the touchscreen Blackberries. Each one has its own app store, its own platform, all these sensors. It really is the next PC. Another interesting effect of this, by the way, just a side note, is that we are getting closer and closer to free phone calls forever. I would not like to be like a phone company executive right now. I just see them tossing and turning in bed every night, pulling out tufts of hair. Like, what are we gonna do? Because if you think about it, what the world really wants is free calls from a cell phone to a phone number. I say this to distinguish it from Skype, where you get free calls, but not to a phone number, to another Skype address. So we're getting closer, but it's not the same thing as calling your mom on your home phone line. So we're dancing all around this holy grail, right? Skype gives you free calls. You can make it from your app phone, but not to phone numbers for free. Or you can do Line 2, this iPhone app I'll tell you about in a second. You can't make free calls. It's $10 a month, unlimited. But $10 a month does let you make all these calls from your phone to phone numbers for free and Wi-Fi. And then there's like Gmail Voice.